Oil is the backbone of the modern world. It is not just a fuel that goes into car tanks. Oil is a strategic resource used in almost every aspect of our lives, from airplanes and ships to plastics, medicine, fertilizers, asphalt, electricity generation, and the defense industry. That is why oil is not only an energy source, but also a symbol of economic power, political influence, and global dominance. Throughout history, countries that controlled oil have held power on the world stage. This is exactly why Venezuela is such an important topic. Venezuela is one of the countries with the largest proven oil reserves in the world. In fact, according to many international sources, it ranks first, with more than 300 billion barrels of proven oil reserves. This amount is even greater than that of Saudi Arabia and many other major oil-producing countries. In theory, Venezuela is one of the richest energy nations on Earth. However, the ironic reality is that Venezuela has been unable to fully benefit from this massive oil wealth for many years. The main reasons include poor economic management, prolonged political crises, the collapse of infrastructure, lack of maintenance in oil facilities, and heavy sanctions imposed by Western countries, especially the United States. The oil exists, but the technology, investment, and capital needed to extract it do not. This is precisely where the United States and Donald Trump enter the picture. Donald Trump's interest in Venezuelan oil is not driven by a single reason. There are multiple economic and geopolitical motivations behind it. Within the framework of Trump's America First policy, one of his main goals was to make the United States completely energy independent. Venezuela is geographically very close to the US, has low transportation costs, and possesses enormous oil reserves. This makes Venezuelan oil extremely attractive for the United States. Beyond that, oil is not just an energy resource but also a tool of global power. Countries that control oil can influence prices, shape markets, and exert political pressure on other nations. The Trump administration did not want Venezuelan oil to remain under the influence of Russia, China, or OPEC countries. Bringing this oil under US control would mean a major shift in the global energy balance. Another reason for Trump's interest in Venezuela is the major American oil companies. Giants such as ExxonMobil, Chevron, and Halliburton were eager to re-enter Venezuela's massive oil fields. With the right investments, Venezuela has the potential to generate billions of dollars for decades. For Trump, this meant economic gains for the United States as well as strong political support at home. Additionally, Trump used oil as a political weapon to weaken the Maduro government in Venezuela. The primary goal of the sanctions was to cut off oil revenues, put pressure on the economy, and push the government into a corner. This clearly shows that Venezuelan oil is not just an economic issue, but also a direct political and strategic tool. In summary, oil is one of the most strategic resources in the world. Venezuela is one of its largest holders, but it lacks the power and infrastructure to fully utilize it. Donald Trump, on the other hand, wants to bring this oil under US control in order to strengthen energy security, reshape global power balances, reduce the influence of China and Russia, and generate massive profits for American oil companies. So the issue is not just oil. The issue is power, control, and the balance of the world.